bot lane. What's the best champion to do that? Blitzcrank right now, and you got Afro teaching you, so hopefully CLG Academy has a lot of experience on how to use that one.
And we'll see if the Blitzcrank's going to be able to grab the Zyra. Of course, the plans could be a little bit of a blocker in those plans. You got to have really fast reflexes to do so. It looks like that the last pick overall for Tempo Storm is going to be a Quas special. He's got his signature Swain up in the top lane.
Yeah, once you flex the Galio out of there, it does open up the Swain pick a little bit more. Swain, of course, does still win the matchup versus Galio, but Galio's...
But they're making the early map movements here. The big question we're going to see now, I mean, we're only 5 minutes into the game, so there's a lot of questions we still have yet to answer, but are CLG Academy going to be able to capitalize and have Tempo Storm adapted their playstyle?
There goes Wiggly into the mid lane, trying to get onto Tuesday.
Yeah, was able to wind up getting the knock-up on him, but a good flash away from the command Shockwave. A teleport's going to be trying to turn this one around as Fallen Bandit comes in. Equalizer cuts off Selfie's escape. He has to flash back under his tower, but he's in a small corridor. Flash forward, and first blood goes to Fallen Bandit.
Nice teleport gank. Not 100% out of the woods yet. Tempo's going to be able to take this ultimate. Be fine.
Yeah.
Have to go back to base eventually. Tuesday getting opened up on.
Yeah, looks like Tempo Storm still not content to let this mid lane go, and Wiggly on a return gank finally picks up that kill on the Galio.
That's what we're talking about, the playing around mid lane that you were just hitting on. The fact that Selfie does play so much more aggressive than hat tricks.
Great control could be something they look to establish early on this game.
Have to see if they're able to keep going for those dragons. It's one of those team synergy things you hope that they're a lot cleaner on with their ability to control around Dragon. Here, they're going to try and make a bot lane dive, TPing in Fallen Bandit, but Tempo Storm's going to answer.
Yeah, curtain calls here. They even wind up using the hero's entrance to want to pick up the first kill down on the Sheep. It's teleport follow was there from Quas, but this is all going perfect for CLG Academy. Double kill picked up for Tuesday. Another one falls for Omar God, and now they're trying to focus out on this first tower, but Wiggly's coming in with a response. The ultimate's going to get dodged out. He takes a large amount of damage and has to get the command protect from Orianna just to stay alive.
CLG finally find the opportunity to make something like that.
Yeah, but CLG Academy have yet to take a tower for themselves as Tempo Storm that's taken one. They've moved their dual lane to the mid lane, but that's where the priority is. So that's going to be CLG Academy collapsing down and picking up a kill very quickly onto Sheep. Rumble Equalizer was used, and Freezer's trying to run himself out of there. It looks like he will be A-okay. There's no vision here from CLG Academy to really kind of warrant a chase through here. Phil might be looking for a cheeky Blitzcrank grab over the wall, but it looks like Freeze is A-okay to get out of there.
Good explosive move out of CLG Academy there. Could have gone even worse than now. Quas trying to check the Rift Herald, but ends up in a bad spot.
The immediate turn on to Quas as Omar God pops the Ragnarok. The hero's entrance follows as well, and that's going to be Quas going
Wiggly.
down. Wiggly ults in just to try to delay this Rift Herald being taken, but Zag is there to pick up a kill as well. We did wind up seeing Fallen Bandit fall to Selfie in the mid lane, but that's going to be a Rift Herald acquired now by CLG. Team fights. You have a Caitlyn who will be a monster in the later stages of the game, and even though she's maybe falling behind a little bit of her power trough or power curve right now, you know, kind of the Energizer build, the static shift rapid fire cannon has eliminated some of that mid-game power lull from the Caitlyn pick. So Tempo Storm still the composure to kind of hang on here, but CLG Academy are trying to put the pedal to the metal once again in the mid lane. Omar God running forward and zoning people away from that tower as the Rift Herald helps them take it down. They've actually picked up a kill on the Selfie, and a Blitzcrank hook comes in. They get a double kill on the Fallen Bandit now.
Rift Herald's still alive.
Falling. This is going to be a two-tower push in the mid lane, and I was saying the Tempo Storm maybe we're stemming the bleeding, but at this point, CLG Academy are continuing to pry open that wound. They're pressuring in. Come back and stay on par with those other teams that will be in that kind of currently tied for second place spot, but in the top 4 to try to make it into the Challenger Series playoffs. They lost against Big God Shackles the first time around, so that's got to be something on their minds as they play them a little bit later on in this split. But if you could take a win off of a team like Tempo Storm, who is tied in that second place position, all of a sudden you could wind up leapfrogging into third, you could wind up leapfrogging into second place. And if you're doing it looking this good, this is a team that has taken E United to 3 games both times as they collapse down onto Sheep. The curtain call goes out and it's lights out for Zyra.
Good call by Sheep there, not even to bother flashing. You're still in so much trouble. If you flash quick, you can get Blitzcrank hooked back. You still get shot by the Jhin. There's no reason to burn your flash there. They do lose their mid.
It's something we kind of have to have a bit of a question mark for. Is actually, they didn't even go for Baron. They were going to go for another fight. A flash hook winds up bringing in Cross to the rest of the team. He's going to drain tank himself up with that Ravenous block and Zanya's, but he will be just stalling the inevitable as Wiggly tries to get an ultimate down. But on the backside, Selfie and Sheep been able to pick up some kills. So this is a bit more of an even fight. A 2-for-2 trade so far. Tempo Storm have to back away from these super minions pushing mid.
Bit of a mistake there by CLG client.
I mean, I have to. I work here.
You're only giving them an A? This is a great early game. They got an inhibitor turret before 20 minutes.
They lost first tower, and they were at a CS disadvantage. You know how much that weighs into your grade?
They got a 5-man dive off bot lane, 3 kills.
They did. They did do that.
Most teams in the NALCS have to kill to be able to make plays like that.
That's very true.
You know, they did have some laning deficit problems, but a lot of that is due to some of the matchups as well.
Yes.
So now CLG Academy firmly in the lead, forcing down this Baron, but teleport's coming in from Tempo Storm.
Yeah, CLG Academy have baited this one out from Tempo Storm. The teleport's coming in, and Sheep's going to be able to get out for now.
Nice
The command shockwave turns things around, but there's an equalizer to zone away Freeze from the rest of this fight. But now CLG Academy may have bitten off a little bit more than they could chew, but Quas himself here still in the front. The Hero's entrance goes into a Hero's shutdown as Selby picks up a kill for himself, and CLG Academy cannot seal the deal around Baron again. Tempo Storm are the ones that come out ahead, 3 for 1.
Is one of the things that's going well for CLG. Like you said, the double Infernal Drake is great. The mid lane inhibitor is already down. Your team comp with having 4 melees obviously is going to struggle in a siege situation. Now they don't have to deal with that, and they can focus on trying to catch people out.
They get the flash away from Selfie here. They've used a lot already. They continue to chase down. Looks like the Deadly Flourish did not wind up landing onto Selfie to root him. A good Zanya dodges out the command shockwave, but Omar God's able to pick up a kill onto Selfie's Orianna. Now it's going to be Quas trying to come around the backside of this fight here, but CLG Academy, they got super minions still pushing in that mid lane. It looks like they'll be content to rotate around here and force Tempo Storm to run back through their own.
Trying to play the vision game around Baron and hopefully find an angle if they try and rush up mid. It's still obviously playing from a behind position now, the Tempo Storm, but you have brought it really close to even. Now the gold lead back up a little bit, like you said, close to the 2,000, excuse me, and then the mid lane inhibitor critically down again.
So now CLG Academy will rinse and repeat, trying to go back towards this Baron pit area. They're establishing decent control wards down. They have a bunch around the pit. Tempo Storm very much so in the dark around this point in time. We have one scrying trinket left on the side of Selfie. Dodges out on a hook there from Phil. The root coming up from the Deadly Force will not land. A good equalizer rips across Selfie, and the Hero's entrance will follow. Looks like the curtain call is going to be used to try to catch them as they retreat on the backside as Zag snipes himself out. A Selfie. That's going to be Tempo Storm now without their mid laner. They have picked up a kill onto Omar God, though, but they still got another tank in Tuesday to have to deal with. Quas is drain tanking away off of just that Gallia. The Deadly Flourish will not land as Quas flashes away from that one. An extended fight, an extended trade. It's
one, but doesn't seem like Tempo Storm's biting quite yet.
They have solo laners pushing away in the top and mid of the map right now. It's now Tempo Storm going to be turning on the Gallia, but with Freeze on that top lane and seeing Selfie kind of poke his head down into the bottom side, they're going to be starting up this Baron, but they're doing it a little bit slow. They've only got a Jhin for some major
they got the
DPS. Ooh, Rek'Sai winds up going over the wall. I don't know if Wiggly wanted to do that one, but there's going to be a Stranglethorn to try to save their jungler, and they will. Phil will go down as Freeze gets the credit from the Baron kill. Quas is in the front line. Zanya's is through the equalizer. The Hero's entrance is going to fall on top of that. Command Shockwave lands on the Tuesday. He's got to Justice punch himself the heck out of there. Tempo Storm with an engagement on the Baron pit will force CLG Academy away. They're not done yet, though. Sheep has to burn his flash. Baron's hungry for supports as he fires a shot at the...
Out of them.
And now CLG Academy, it looks like they're struggling to kind of transition that early game into pretty much anything in the later stages. I mean, it's very interesting to say, too, considering they've gotten 2 inhibitors at this point. It just doesn't seem to know how to seal the deal by ending it.
It's one of those situations where your comp has a lot of playmaking. They made some plays, they got an advantage, but then you have to keep making those plays. This isn't a comp where you can kind of just set up and instantly win. You actually have to land the hooks and those kinds of things. And they struggle to find decisive victories. And Tempo Storm's comp, on the other hand, can sit back with the Swain, with the Ori, with the Caitlyn, and play it slow, but that's a good equalizer.
It winds up zoning down onto 3. The 2 tanks get locked up by that command shockwave. Fallen Bandit goes golden with the Zanya's Hourglass in the front line. Quas is kind of behind everybody. They're chasing forward onto Freeze. They're taking down 1 DPS, and now they can turn down into the tank. Quas, Zanya's Hourglass goes out. The Drain Tank is there, but a good Deadly Flourish locks him down. A double kill for Zag.
Fallen Bandit has a monster team fight, trades his life. Hard to posture around the turret if no one is actually able to walk up and start hitting it. It's not as threatening as it is when you have an all-range comp kind of on like Tempo Storm does.
No, Tempo Storm, it's a large minion wave here for CLG Academy, so they can't defend the last outer tower on the map, but they're looking to establish the Caitlyn defense now on the top side. So with those cupcakes available, CLG Academy will be hard-pressed to push through this one, but it looks like they might just be going for a brute force on this one. The curtain call is channeled as Zag misses that 4th shot, but lands the other 3, getting a little bit of damage down on the Tempo Storm. Sheep walking away from the team will get hooked in and taken down. CLG Academy find an opening here. Command Shockwave being used, but the Zanya's Hourglass was still there. Equalizer over the wall, trying to zone people away. Fallen Bandit will finally go down as Freeze is left unharmed over the wall. Wiggly jumped in, and he will wind up falling to Omar God, but now Freeze large chunk of damage from that crit shot on Zig, but Freeze is the one that picks up a kill onto Blitzcrank. CLG Academy, they started that one out, but they're the ones who come out behind.
CLG Academy want to scare them off the turret with the Jhin ultimate. Doesn't actually do that much damage, but they still find a hook onto
Ooh!
Whoa!
Zag flashing forward. Hero's entrance used just for the resistances against the towers. Quas is kind of on the back line here. Zag, though, Deadly Force will not land. Quash has to flash away from that one as Galio actually winds up falling. Freeze now, the lone marksman.
Member of the team at 1-6-6 does have his Leandry, so you can't completely ignore his damage, but not the biggest threat. And now Tempo Storm are going to try and get down this Elder Dragon.
Might be their first neutral objective on the map. It looks like CLG Academy are not ready to respond to this one. Equalizer rips across the back line. Omar God in the pit, tries to take it away, and Zag gets the Elder Dragon, and now that's a 5-6 stack Elder Dragon burn for CLG Academy, and they're going to roast through Tempo Storm. Quas is trying to sustain himself, but he's gonna fall. Wiggly going to be the only one left alive as it's Tuesday in the front line, wailing away on the wreck side. CLG Academy, this could be the end.
Wiggly gets out, but a 4-0 for CLG Academy off the Tempo Storm force. The mid inhibitors are already down. They have super creeps heading into the base. There's no way for a Rek'Sai to defend 1v5. CLG Academy are going to be able to grab game one off the back of a decisive Elder Dragon fight.
And it looked very, very good for them in the early game. A little bit shaky towards the mid game, but the late game objective stacking from CLG Academy will be the reason they were able to take game number one over Tempo Storm.
And honestly, I don't hate the call on the side of Tempo Storm to force down that Elder Dragon. Sure, it doesn't do very much for you if you get it, but there's two properties about Elder Dragon. We always talk about how the burn increases if you have